All right, so here is the aft fuselage so far. No real problems. I thought I had screwed up on the J channels, but I'll get back to those here in a minute. What I'm currently working on is this tail section here. I'm fitting these bulkheads in. Now, I chose not to follow the plans and mount the bulkheads to the bottom skin here. I chose not to do that just because I figured once they're attached to that, you have to fit that entire assembly, which would include both of these bulkheads, into this back area here, which would be difficult, I believe. So I chose, as I had already done, I fitted the bulkheads to the skin, this bottom skin, and I fitted the tail wheel mount to the bracket just with a cleco. But I stopped at that point, and now I've moved on to fitting the individual bulkheads to the skins. So that's where I am now. This bulkhead requires a lot of bending and flexing of the flanges. You can see that I've got this flange here really bent. I don't know if I can get a top view, but you can see how the flanges are really tweaked. They're not perpendicular, obviously, to the web. They're really bent around. And I'm working doing the same thing with this bulkhead here, getting the flanges to fit with the skin. Now, one thing that I've also been doing, I take a straight edge, and if I put the straight edge, just like we had done on the control surface skins, you lay the straight edge across the skin, and you sight down the edge of the straight edge. See how there's gaps? Look at this gap here. See that? Obviously, the skin needs to come back straight all the way down. There shouldn't be any waviness, just like on the flight controls when you do your trailing edge bends. So in order to alleviate these types of problems, you have to change the angle of these flanges on the bulkheads, and that will get the skin to lay straight. As you tweak the flanges, the skin will want to move around. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on now. I got this one close, and I'm working on this one. And of course, there's a relation between the two. You change this one, you have to change this one, and vice versa. So I'm just trying to dial these two in so that I get the skins nice. Once I have that completed, then I can go back and start fitting this bottom skin underneath and getting that to fit and play nice with this skin and both these ribs. Now for the J channel, here's my J channel, if I can get this in here. So this is the J channel that comes back, and it stops short of this rib. And you can see that I cut it off right here, but I have the flat part of the J channel back here goes between the skin and the rib, and it comes out this other side here, and it's between, like I said, between the rib, the flange of the rib and the skin, so it will pick up this rivet, and on the front side it will pick up this rivet here. But I realize that most people, they'll take this part of the J channel and they'll extend it so that it will slide into this groove here and come all the way back. Now, is that important? Because mine is like a half-inch short or so. Does that matter? I don't know. I don't believe it does in this particular situation. I do have a email to Vans with pictures, and I've asked them that very question, but I don't think having an extra half-inch of J channel coming back here, because it still doesn't support anything. And like I said, I am going to pick up the rivet in the front and the rivet in the back. So, like I said, I don't believe Vans is going to have me buy new J channel and start over. All right, that's enough talking for now. Let me get back into the swing of things here, and we'll talk, or at least I will, and hopefully you will listen. All right. All right, howdy everyone. So, been working on this tail section, and as I had said in the other videos, or one of the other videos, that I elected not to rivet this bulkhead and this small bulkhead to the bottom skin here. The instructions have you fit these to the skin and then rivet it together, which I did not do because I wanted to fit these individually to the skins, get this other bulkhead in, test the stringer fit, and fit this bottom skin in individually and kind of work through it a piece at a time. So that's what I've been doing. I was doing it all day yesterday. I'll probably be doing it all day today. It's very tedious. There's a lot of components. There's a lot of interaction, and they kind of interplay with one another. When you make a change to this bulkhead, it kind of affects this one, vice versa. If you start to cleco this side, you may have a rough time clecoing this side. If you do this side first, this side doesn't want to play nice. It's not horrible, it's just tedious. It's a lot of assembly, disassembly, assembly, disassembly. But that's how I recommend doing it a piece at a time, working through it, try to get it figured out. So I'm going to continue doing that today, and we'll see what comes after that. I'm not even sure what's next, but this is going to take some more time, but we'll get there. All right.